Hey everybody, and welcome back to Orlando, Florida, where my son and I should say, are headed to the Orange County Convention Center. We're here on Universal Boulevard. We'll be there in just a few minutes, so hopefully we can find some gold or silver that's within our budget. We're going to take a look around, see what the U.S. Mint has to offer, and we'll be back. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, and welcome back. So my son and I are taking a quick little break from the craziness inside. It is absolutely massive, and I wanted to show you we did pick up two 2020 silver American Eagles. So we'll go ahead and pull the first one out real quick. All right, 2020 American Eagle, 1 ounce proof coin. And there's a nice display box. Go ahead and open it up. So there we go. United States Mint, 2020 Eagle. Looks like I gotta clean the capsule there. It's the $1 billion showcase, buddy.
So all of these are $1 billion bills?
It's a lot of money. Look at these $5,000 bills.
Dang, Dad, can we take them?
They wouldn't get you very far.
What do you mean? Can we go buy one of those $1 billion bills? Can we go get a couple of those $1 billion bills?
Wow.
$100,000 bill. Give me
Very
this.
cool.
Can you get this?
No, it's good. I gotta get out my money. So you want that one? Yep, I'll take it. Well, okay then, I'm gonna...
Hey guys, Florida Stacker back with you, and here we go. We got some pickups from the Florida Fun Show yesterday in Orlando, Florida. If you were able to attend the event, then you'll know what I mean when I say that, wow, it was humongous. First and foremost, a shout out to the Silver Stacular, the man himself, Spectacular. I did know about the coin show, but honestly, I forgot. As many of you who are following this channel know, I'm more of a stacker. I'm kind of doing this for wealth retention, as well as building, a stronger financial picture for my family and I in the most enjoyable way that I can do it. And for me, that's stacking precious metals. So not much of a coin collector, although I do appreciate coin collecting and enjoy getting off to the show. So when you show up to the show, you got to register and get yourself a nice little name tag here. Didn't wear this one. I actually asked the guy for an additional, and he kind of gave me a funny look as to why, as if I was going to try to sneak someone in a free show or something. But I just said I had a YouTube channel and I'd appreciate the extra name tag, so he handed me one over. After my son and I got upstairs, which let me tell you was quite the walk from the Western Concourse parking. It's at least a 10, maybe even 12-minute walk from where you park to the show. And quite a bit of a distance too, because we were walking at a rather rapid pace. But first thing we did is we headed all the way straight back and took a look at the supplies. I picked up some Guardhouse 1/4 ounce and 10th ounce coin capsules. As you know, those are the two fractional coin sizes that I'm stacking heavily, as well as continue to stack in 2020 and years beyond. So picked up a few more capsules. Also picked up a few more, well actually not a few more, my first ever, standard ASE capsules. It's just 10, but I do have a couple of 1998, 2 of them to be exact, Eagles that I decided I'm not going to build a full tube of them, just too expensive. And I don't know how much time it's going to take before random date 1998 Eagles show back up on my doorstep, so I'm going to go ahead and slap those in the coin capsules, and I've got a Guardhouse box I can put them in. That was the year both my wife and I graduated high school, so a little bit symbolic. So then after we were finished with looking at some supplies, and to continue on, I did pick up a loop and a pair of gloves. I had one pair of gloves. They were getting a little raggedy, and the loop's going to help me see the dates better on those 1/10 ounce gold Eagles, which with my eyesight these days, it's kind of hard to see at times. So finished up on the supply section, and then we moved to the budget section. And similar to Spectacular's video in the budget section, there were plenty of opportunities for 90% silver, as well as some silver poured bars, cast bars, standard mint bars, sunshine minting, Silvertown, a lot of generic silver. Not a whole lot in terms of sunshine minting. To be honest with you, it was more the Silvertown bars, and I didn't see any of the Royal Canadian Mint silver bars, so I was looking for them. However, my son was with me, and so we'll start out with his coin, and we got him a 63D Benji. And I did not pay $18 for this. I think he gave it to me for about 66% off. This was in the grab it before I leave and run to the airport section, which a lot of the displays there were doing. They were actually packing up as we were looking at the coins because they had a flight to catch. So I think I paid about $6 for this one, which was a little bit more than that. I think it was $6.40. And then my daughter, I got her this Walking Liberty $50. I paid a little bit more for this one. This one was around $9. Yeah, that's right. Because I ended up getting my son this quarter here that he wanted, which was $3. Nothing fancy here, it's just kind of gilded. But he liked it. And it was within his budget. There we go, $3. It's 2008 S proof Oklahoma coin. And for Daddy, we ended up getting some Mercs. So I got $20 in face of Mercs, and they were charging me, ended up being, it was 12.75 times face. It was $20.40. He saved me the 40 cents, and got some Mercs here for my dime stack. So first Mercs, and these are all, I made sure the dates were all visible. Didn't want me cherry picking, but he did let me take a handful and kind of, make sure the dates were there. And then after we were done with the budget section, so one more time, just show you these real quick. This 1963D Benji. As mentioned, I'm not much into the coin collecting side of things, but I do appreciate the historical significance of these coins, and I do like the luster. Yeah. Okay, so after we finished with the budget section and the supply section, we moved over to the US Mint side of things, at which point we found 2 of their 2020 proof silver American Eagles. So we'll go ahead and open this first one up here for you. And there you go. 2020 Eagle. I do got to clean the capsule a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful coin. So not yet released to the public. They did have NGC, PCGS, ICG, all of the major graders there. My 8-year-old son was with me, and it was a massive place, and there wasn't much seating unless you were sitting, discussing business with one of the shops. So his legs got tired pretty quick, and we weren't going to spend the time submitting any of these for grading. But I actually got this coin here for my wife, and she's not much of a stacker herself, but she does support everything I'm doing for the family, and has given me some help. And I had recently acquired this 2010 for her. And that was the year we got married. So now she has a 2010 and a 2020. And if she does get more interested in them as time goes on, then I'll start picking some others up. So I did get a second one as well, and I'm holding on to this for something special. The second 2020 Silver Proof American Eagle. And then after we were done with the U.S. Mint, I decided to walk back into the main area, and I stumbled across one particular coin shop that had a tube of 2020 Bullion Silver Eagles. It's my first 2020. I did order some from J.M. Bullion. They show tentative shipping of the 13th, so right around the corner. But they wanted $25 for these. I think they had only gotten a couple of tubes and opened those tubes up, and were obviously trying to flip them for a profit. So, I don't like paying $25 for a Silver American Eagle, but being that this was my first 2020 and I was at the Orlando Fun Show, I decided to splurge. So a little splurging and picked myself up my first 2020 Bullion American Eagle. And then one more thing. So my son, they had a nice little setup there for kids. If any of you went with your children, I did reach out to Spectacular with this particular question. Not a whole lot for the kids, but we did find a few things. And there was one area where your kids could go in. It was an educational area. And they would allow your kids to spin the wheel, similar to Wheel of Fortune. And Nuggie went in there and spun the wheel, and he won this 1976 bicentennial proof quarter. And pulled that out from the grab bag, and good for him. Really happy with this. Really hope he decides to start stacking some constitutional silver. He does earn an allowance. Him and his sister both do. They've got a few Eagles and Pandas, and now each of them has a $50, one Benji and one Walking Liberty. So just my final thoughts on the show. As mentioned, not a huge coin collector, but if you were a collector, I don't even know where you would start. I walked around up and down each aisle probably twice. I was there for about maybe 4.5 hours, and as mentioned, with an 8-year-old, so his legs were killing him. My legs were getting a little stiff even standing up that long. And so, wow. I mean, one thing I did think that was kind of funny was, I've mentioned to you that I'm 40 years old, and I do kind of have a bit of a younger look than that, typically meeting someone for the first time or whatever, and I'm saying, I'm 40, and they're like, oh, wow, okay, wow, what are you doing, you look good. And I'm like, hey, thanks. But at this show, walking around more than a few times, people, salesmen would go, hey, what are you selling today? Did you bring something to sell? And I was just kind of curious about that, because I thought people were there to buy. But come to find out, looking around, I did see quite a few younger people. And when I say younger, I would say, late teens to, 20s and 30s. And I noticed some of these younger folks were set up at shops with collections. I'm sure that some folks were trying to take Grandpa's old stash to the coin show and see what they're worth, if you know what I mean. A lot of places were doing appraisals. And of course, all the coin grading places were there too. So I did not go to sell. I didn't take any of my stack with me. Had a great time. It was really fun making those memories with my son. I'll put some of those pictures here in this video if you haven't already seen them already. Some of the things that we saw. But that's going to go ahead and conclude this video. So we did pick up two 2020 proof Silver American Eagles, my first 2020 Bullion Eagle, a little bit of constitutional silver for the kids, some constitutional for myself with the Mercury dimes. Also got some capsules for some future fractional gold purchases. I needed a set of white gloves. And so before we go then, one last thing. I'm going to hit you with the bonus, and that is, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I forgot about this part, guys. I got my order in from Texas Precious Metals, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got this week. Just a 2-ounce order. This is how they come from Texas Precious Metals. Silver Britches channel, if you're not a subscriber to Silver Britches, I highly recommend you head over there. I did feature him in my 10 coin channels you may not know about with under 1,000 subscribers. his channel's crushing it. He's running away. He's fastly approaching, I should say, 1,000 subscribers. Definitely get on over there and check him out. He featured Texas Precious Metals in one of his videos this week. So we'll go ahead and see what we got inside. And I can already tell you it's Eagles. Guess I can do it on camera here. I don't really care about these things. They've got plenty of them. So just go ahead and rip them open. And get this out of the way. So first Eagle here is 2011. All right, so a 2011 Silver American Eagle from Texas Precious Metals. And 99.9% of the time, I don't think ever they've sent me two different dates, but let's have a look. Yep, 2011. So two 2011 Silver Eagles from Texas Precious Metals and my 2020 Silver American Eagle there. So that does conclude the video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please stay tuned. I do have a couple more videos that we'll be posting this week. Until then, you know, stay healthy and continue learning more about precious metals and stacking, everyone. And we'll talk to you next time.